Smile and say you're doing fine. Sugar hands and paper skin. Funny what we let come in. Cover up, don't make a sound. If it knocks, don't turn around. La la la, just hum along. Nothing here has gone too long. If it hurts, it means it works. That's what everybody is. La la la, stay in line. Quiet widow's song is mine. Close your eyes and count to 10. If you flinch, start up again. If you're stuck, don't ask for help. Big kids do it by themselves. Round and around a record plays. Same to stay, you smiling face. If it echoes, let it ring. That's the sound of growing back. La la la, I'll pull away. Starting now what Roy made. If it's wrong, it can't be wrong. Everybody sings along. La la la, life's a slow, quiet little sound. I know. Hush now, it's okay. Everybody feels the same. Hush now, count to 3. You're exactly where you should be. La la la, one last time. Draw the line and cross the line. If you hear it after dawn, that's just how it leaves its mark. La la la, sing it strong. This was always the quiet little song. One, two, don't look at the shoe. This is a game we never tell. Hide it deep and hide it well. If you fall, don't make a sound. Quiet kids, don't shake the ground. Fold your hands, keep them clean. Learn to disappear between what you feel and what you say. Some things are safer kept away. If you shake, hold your breath. If you cry, count the steps. Hush, hush, hum it right. Smile makes everything alright. If it stings, you misbehave. That's the rule that everybody saves. Hush, hush, nice and slow. Count the bruises, let them go. Close the door, turn the key, pretend this is how it should be. If you're scared, you're just small. Big feelings mean nothing at all. Round the clock, same routine. Say you're fine, stay unseen. Every night a little test. Quiet kids do it best. If they ask, change the tune. Good kids learn to answer soon. Hush, hush, hum it tight. Dark feels wrong, but wrong feels right. If you're hurt, you earn the blame. Everybody plays the game. Hush, hush, don't you cry. Count the bruises, pass them by. It's okay, it's okay. Everybody says it's okay. Don't be loud, don't be late. Love hurts, so this is fate. Hush, hush, one more time. Cross the line they drew in chalk. If you scream, it's in your head. That's what all the grown-ups said. Hush, hush, sing it true. This is what they taught us to do. Soft steps, no doors closing, only listening. Nobody taught me how to speak, they taught me when to stop. Every question felt like theft, early answer got me caught. I learned the shape of lowered eyes before I learned my name. I learned the rules were always clear, just never said the same. They smiled while they explained why quiet kids survive, how silence keeps the peace, how silence keeps you alive. If you feel it, swallow it. If you know it, let it pass. Some truths are too expensive, some voices never last. Children learn what silence costs long before they understand that quiet isn't safety, it's just fear holding your hand. Children learn what silence costs, every word they never say. You don't lose yourself at once, you give pieces away. They called it patience, called it time, said pain would wear itself thin. But waiting never healed the wound, it just taught me how to live in it. They said don't make it harder, don't turn small things into crime. But nothing stays small very long when it's eating you alive. I watched the room decide my worth before I learned to choose. I learned that staying quiet means there's less of you to lose. If they ask, deny it. If they doubt you, stay calm. Silence keeps the order, silence keeps them warm. Children learn what silence costs before they know it has a price. That being good means being still, and being still means sacrifice. Children learn what silence costs when no one comes in time. Silence doesn't break the bone, it just breaks the spine. Silence is not empty, it is taught, it is trained. Silence is a contract signed in fear and paid in pain. No one says it out loud, but everybody knows. Silence isn't nothing, it's how the damage grows. Children learn what silence costs, this is how it takes its toll. You don't notice when it starts, you just feel yourself get smaller. Children learn what silence costs when help never sends the bill later. Stand still, hands down, eyes forward. You taught me not to pull away, like flinching was a flaw. You said respect means staying put. No matter what I saw, you named the rules, you named the tone, you named me difficult. When fear showed up inside my chest, you called it disrespectful. I learned my body was a problem, something needing shape. I learned to lock my shoulders down and keep my face in place. If I moved, it meant I lied. If I spoke, it meant I failed. Stillness was the only proof that I deserved to stay. You taught me not to resist, like breaking was polite. You taught me how to disappear in the middle of the light. You taught me not to resist, then blame me when I froze. You taught me fear looks just like calm if nobody knows. Stay still, stay good, stay quiet. You said fighting makes it worse. You said stop would shame us both. You said good kids don't push back, they just learn to cope. You dress control a past concern, you called it helping me. But every time I listened, there was less of me to be. I learned survival wears a smile and never shows its teeth. I learned compliance keeps you close but never keeps you safe. If I shook, I hid my hands. If I cried, I took the blame. You said strength is knowing when to swallow all the pain. You taught me not to resist, right? Like that was something pure, right? You taught me silence is the cure, right? And fear is just a fake. You taught me not to resist until my voice went numb. Then asked me why I never said that something was wrong. This is not consent, this is training, this is fear standing very straight there. This is a child learning early that no is dangerous and yes is late. You taught me not to resist. Stand up straight, hands where I can see them. They said this is how you learn. They said pain makes lessons stick. They said love is heavy hands when words don't work quick. They said count it as respect. They said this is how you grow. They said if it leaves a mark, it means you'll finally know. I watched the room go quiet while my body did the math. How many times it takes before fear becomes a path. If I cried, it proved the point. If I begged, it made it worse. Silence wasn't mercy, it was part of the curse. Normal doesn't hurt like this. Normal doesn't break you down. Normal doesn't teach a child to measure space, speed, and sound. Normal doesn't hurt like this. Doesn't need a raised hand. If pain is how you make them listen, then don't call it discipline. This is normal. This is normal. They called it teaching consequence. They called it doing what you must. They said fear builds character. They said trust comes after dust. But I didn't learn what I did wrong. I learned when to brace. I learned to read the weather in the tightening of a face. I learned the truth is dangerous if it makes them lose control. I learned obedience sounds like quiet, and quiet saves the soul. If I moved, I paid for it. If I stayed, I paid the same. You can't win a lesson when the point is just the pay. Normal doesn't hurt like this. Normal doesn't make you small. Normal doesn't teach a child that love arrives as a blow. Normal doesn't hurt like this. Doesn't need you afraid. If fear is how you keep the order, then don't call it being raised. You didn't teach me right from wrong, you taught me who was stronger. You didn't teach me consequence, you taught me waiting for it. You didn't teach me respect, you taught me silence. And you didn't lose control. You used it. Don't call it being raised. If it worked, why am I still flinching? If it worked, why am I still flinching? You didn't lose control. You planned this. You said this hurts me more than you, like that makes damage fair. You said a lesson needs a mark to prove that someone cared. You said respect is learned by force. You said fear keeps kids clean. You said obedience equals love if love is never seen. You measured growth and broken will. You graded silence high. You mistook power for authority and called it doing right. If I cried, you raised your voice. If I froze, you raised your hand. You didn't teach me consequence. You taught me how to stand still. What you call discipline was violence with a script. What you call discipline was power losing grip. What you call discipline didn't teach me wrong from right. It taught me who is allowed to hurt and call it guiding a child. Like I held a choice. You said I forced your temper by having my own voice. You said rules need enforcement. You said lines need pain, but rules that need a fist were never rules to begin. I didn't learn responsibility. I learned to scan the room, to read your mood like weather and brace for what comes soon. I didn't learn respect for you. I learned respect for force. I learned that strength arrives loud and mercy takes a detour. If I asked for reasons, you called that talking back. If I looked afraid, you said fear builds character. What you call discipline was fear rehearsed each day. What you call discipline was love you had to pay. What you call discipline left lessons in my bones. You didn't raise a child, you trained one to go numb. Discipline without dignity is abuse wearing a tie. Correction without care is control telling a lie. You didn't teach me values, you taught me how to submit. You didn't break bad behavior, you broke trust and called it fixing a kid. What you call discipline, say it slow, say it plain. If a child learns through terror, that lesson carves the brain. What you call discipline was never about my good. If pain is how you feel, obey, don't say you misunderstood. What you call discipline still echoes when I speak. I flinch before I answer. I apologize for breathing. What you call discipline did exactly what you planned. It kept you in control and taught me how to disappear on command. If it worked, why does it still hurt to be touched by kindness? They stood there. And chose. They had the keys, the rules, the rank, the rooms that promise safe. They watched the damage happen and called silence keeping faith. They said, trust us, stay calm, don't make this worse than it is. They buried harm in paperwork and taught me how to live with it. If I spoke, I broke the peace. If I stayed, I'd disappear. They didn't miss the warning signs, they just didn't care. They were supposed to protect me. There was a line they crossed. Protection is not comfort. Protection has a cause. They were supposed to protect me. Instead they chose their name and let a child carry someone else's shame. Be quiet. Be quiet. They asked how loud it was, not why it happened at all. They counted risk to reputation, like children don't count as lost. They said don't ruin lives, while mine was breaking clean. They called it being careful, I call it letting harm breathe. Neglect with a calm voice is still a loaded hand. Turning away from violence doesn't make you stand. They were supposed to protect me, not weigh pain against ease, not trade a child's safety for adult peace. They were supposed to protect me. Say it slow, say it true. If you shield the one who harms, you are guilty too. This wasn't confusion, this was a decision. They were supposed to protect me, and the failure has a face. You didn't just let it happen, you gave it space. They were supposed to protect me. Now hear what that means. You didn't pull the trigger, you cleaned the scene. Protection refused. Is violence approved?
Lines were drawn before anyone spoke. They said rules are rules, like they fell from the sky, like they don't bend for power, like they don't take a side.
They weighed us with different scales, call it order, call it law.
Same room, same morning, different outcome, different flaw. I watched excuses wear uniforms, I watched mercy change its face. I learned early who gets time and who gets erased.
If you're small, wait your turn. If you're loud, learn to lose.
If you ask why it's unfair, that's more proof they'll use.
This is injustice.
Say it clean, say it slow. When the rules protect the hand and punish who they know.
This is injustice.
confusion and mistake. If the system beats up some, it will tell you
who to take. Standing by,
know your place.
they called it balance, while the floor was taped. They called it patience, while the verdict slipped.
Same bruise, different story.
Same truth, different cause.
Some names got explanation.
Some things just get lost.
I learned justice loves a microphone, but hates a quiet room. I learned truth arrives on time, only when it's useful. If you point at the crack, you'll say don't complain.
If your neighbor did,
They'll say that you're ashamed.
this is injustice.
It doesn't need for shouts. It just repeats itself until the lights go out.
This is injustice.
Wearing reason like a shield. If fairness were the goal, it wouldn't need to be concealed.
This isn't broken.
It's working.
This isn't chaos.
It's arranged.
They don't miss the target, then choose it.
And ask why nothing changed.
This is injustice.
Not an error in the code, where accountability moves uphill and blame rolls down the road. Feel it ring, let it stay. If the answer depends on who you are, then the question's already raised. It didn't happen by accident. It happened on schedule.
Why don't they understand me? I brought ideas, you laughed away. Said I was too young to know. You said life would teach me later, so you made sure I stayed low. You called my thinking childish. You called my drive pretend, and watched the same ideas work when they came from someone else's mouth instead. If it failed, it was my fault. If it worked, it wasn't mine. If I broke under the weight, you said that proved your side. Why don't they understand me? Now I know that's not the truth. You understood me well enough to make sure I never grew. Why don't they understand me? That lie doesn't survive. You didn't doubt my ability. You were afraid I was right. Children choir, not him. Not him. Children choir. When trouble showed up uninvited, you pointed straight at me. If something cracked without a cause, you called it proof I couldn't be. If chance went wrong, you named it me. If fate
misfired same. You trained the room to look my way before they asked a name. I learned to build in shadows. I learned without your sight. I learned success needs silence if envy guards the light. If I asked for help, you laughed. If I stood alone, you stared. You said I wasn't trying hard, while I carried everything you wouldn't bear. Why don't they understand me? I spelled it out in scars. You heard the plan, you saw the work. You just moved the goalposts far. Why don't they understand me? Say it slow, say it right. You didn't miss the meaning. You chose to block the sight. You didn't misunderstand me. You minimized me. You didn't question my ideas. You waited to reuse them. You didn't doubt my effort. You doubted my place. That wasn't ignorance. That was control. Stopped asking to be understood. I started being undeniable.